Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man 2.5D. During the last part, I completed the single player game, so in this part, I'll be showing off some extras, specifically the challenge map and maybe some characters. And probably some of versus mode if I have some time. Here are the 3 other characters, and I suppose this is the challenge map. So let's do this. So we have a tough challenge map in the extras menu that we can go through. We also have the Proto Shield, but I won't take it because I played with Proto Man enough. I suppose this is the gallery, and this is the tone shifter. And here are the 3 other characters which I'll unlock. Bass, Roll, and Dr. Light. I won't bother getting these because these involve, well, I can get at least one more achievement point, perhaps, and I can use that to show off the gallery. The tones don't really do anything. From what I've heard from other people, it's just like switching to a sepia tone or Game Boy style. Anyways, here's the challenge stage. When it loads, of course. And we have a choice of all 5 characters now. So let's play as Mega Man. It seems like we can only play this in single player mode, sadly. I'll be doing Mega Man because I want to have the ability to use charge shots. Alright, here's the beginning of the challenge stage. We have the claw grabber, and I think we need to use the rush coil to get up here. I'm going to have to conserve a lot of weapon energy because this is a challenge stage, and we don't have automatically respawning stuff, I think. I think I need to hit those switches at the same time, so I could open the door up there. I hope there's enough weapon energy restoration items, otherwise I'm going to be quite in a heap of trouble. So we have Rush Jet. We don't have infinitely respawning tallies like we had in the Wily Fortress stage, so this is certainly going to be a challenge. Okay, I was able to restore it up to max. I want to get a little bit as close as possible to prevent other issues. Oh, that was lucky for that. I need to get ready for a jump, something, okay. Okay, when I get over there I need to quickly hit the laser trident, otherwise it's going to fall on... A little bit precise jumping, but it's fine. Another rush jet section. Oh boy, another ladder grabber. Of course, you can still hit me. I don't want to deal with you. I want to wait to see what his pattern is. Because getting hit by this is going to be instant death. Okay, as long as I get up here, I'm fine, I think. Okay, that was close, so... A lot more tight jumps compared to the previous stages. Thankfully, no spikes just yet. Oh, thank you. There are a lot of tellies here, so I can now restock on everything. I wish we had one a bit earlier though for the earlier rush jet segment, because otherwise you could end up basically getting stuck. Just to be safe, I'm going to farm up a little weapon energy, because I want to be back at full stock with rush coil and rush jet. Especially rush jet. After all, I don't know if we're going to have a super boss like Bondman or something. Oh, okay, so it's this segment again. Oh, these things now, the mag flies. Whatever they're called. At least they're telegraphed well. Oh boy. Oh, it's a little bit close again. I hope this is a checkpoint. In fact, I hope there are checkpoints in these segments. I have a large suspicion that there's going to be force beams here. No. Okay, it's just this. That's a lot less scary, if you ask me. After all, I can just laser trident everything. And just use one of these. And then restore some rush jet energy. Yeah, this looks a lot like a quick slow segment, or a force beam segment. Well, time slow. Not too bad. Thankfully they give all the weapons, so I can use that to make it a lot easier. Plus, they actually give me the capability of actually restoring. I really wish there was one in between that rush jet segment so I wouldn't have to kill myself if I ran out. And thankfully the item drop rates of these tellies are adjusted so it's much higher. That should be enough and I got an extra life. I hope that there's a checkpoint nearby. Okay, rush coil time. The first segment was mainly rush jets, and now we have a little bit more precision involved, or something. And even with the laser trident, I still get hit. Okay, another time slow segment. I'm going to be using it for all it's worth in these places, so I can actually survive better. Oh boy. Ah, that was tight. I can only imagine how difficult it is in the normal mode, or if you don't use the time slow. Is it even possible? Oh hey, these mines, I don't remember seeing them in the main game. Oh. I don't remember seeing those turn cannons either, or wall blasters. Oh, thank goodness that the Star Crash actually has a use now, because it can just block all the shots. So I can basically get through this segment unscathed. Yeah, now the Star Crash is working extremely well. Before when I was playing it wasn't that good, but now it's functioning very well and blocking almost everything. Oh, this segment. I was expecting this to show up sometime. Oh, I was hoping to get hit by it, but I jumped too high. Oh, we're sent back here. Well, I do appreciate that these weapon energy capsules are actually respawned. Okay, we're back to where I was. I want to take one more damage boost. I completely failed to actually do it correct. Execute the damage boost. Oh, thank you. I was so afraid I was gonna get hit by something. Oh, I don't want to die here. I don't have V-tanks. This is gonna be a problem, especially with those mines. I see you. I still have trouble dodging it. There's probably gonna be one more somewhere. Oh. Okay, rush jet time. Oh, I completely didn't see that. Sorry. Oh, thank goodness there was a checkpoint just right over here. Good checkpoint placement, I would say. Now, is there a way to destroy those mines? Nope. I can still block them with the Star Crash. Still, and I will take the damage boost, of course. This is certainly a hard stage, but it isn't as hard as what Tornado Man stage was. Yet. I'm sure there's going to be the Tornado Man platforms coming up very soon. Knowing how this stage is using gimmicks from all the other stages. It kind of feels like a extra Wily stage or something. Okay, it's this one. Okay, now we have the Ferroman gimmicks. Oh, I keep having trouble remembering which blocks are which. Sorry. Let's try this again, shall we? This time remembering which blocks are which. Oh boy. We have this now. If there was only a way I can fire something on the side. Oh wait, I can. Silly me. Oh no, it phases right through. Well, I do have a safe area, it seems. But I need to destroy these. Okay, that worked. And now I have to worry about this. Well, wonderful. Okay, just doing it quickly over there, and I'm gonna try using the Shadow Blade to get it close enough to that. I can't get enough. I can't get close enough yet. But if I charge it, I could reach the apex of that jump. Or I could just rush coil it now that I think about it. There we go. Now let's try going through this correctly this time. There we go, and now we're gonna have all these podons under things. At least this is where the Shadow Blade's increased resistance or increased range is going to be useful, and oh, here we go. Well, I do have Rush Jet. But I really need more weapon energy to use it properly. And there's my ticket for it. Thank you, random number generator. This would have been so much more useful in Tornado Man stage. Oh. And under one of these. No, I can't jump high enough either. Oh, hell. Oh, hello, Pokemon. Thank you again. Of course, that's not going to be helpful for some of these jumps. Alright, let's try this. And I failed it. And we're set all the way back here. We should have been at a checkpoint earlier. Okay, I made it. Sorry for being a lot more solid in this part. I'm kind of scared of dying, so that's why. Oh, hello, Power Muscler. Or Muscler. If I was at low health, I would be scared, but not here. And I keep misinterpreting how far they're supposed to be, or go jump. Okay, we have this segment. A lot more difficult one, it's apparently. Or probably going to be. Yeah, we have shield attackers. Oh no. Of course. Now we have force beams and this. Wonderful. Thankfully I'm getting a lot of extra lives. Oh, now we have you from Fairman's stage. Thank you for dying. Quite appreciate it. There's probably going to be more of these. And the Pukapellis, of course. Best place for Shadow Blade. I do wish I had an ability. I had a Robot Master weapon that could fire diagonally at a longer range, but the Shadow Blade will do. I was expecting the elevator to self-destruct when it hit the end. Oh, we hit the boss quarter, and thank goodness that we didn't have those Tornado Man platforms, and instead we have that just the timing-based Yoku blocks over there. And this final segment with the Tornado Man elevator plus the force beams wasn't that bad, actually. It was quite fun, actually. But if it was just the Yoku blocks, like it was here, I had no problems. I just wish there was one other checkpoint. I was expecting a boss fight here. Like perhaps a Bondman? Interesting. Anyways, that was the challenge stage. One of the most challenging stages in the game, for sure. although I would say it was still easier and less frustrating compared to Tornado Man. It's definitely up there as the second toughest stage, and it's competing with Wily Stage 2 on that regard. Although it has less precise spike jumps, so I would say this is the third hardest stage in the game. Wily Stage 2 was harder for me, and Tornado Man was much more frustrating and difficult. And apparently by unlocking Roll, we also got this different screen. Interesting. I wonder, do we get a different screen for completing... Okay, we do get different screens and remixes for each character that we unlock. Now we have Base. Oh, and there's Dr. Light. Interesting. Let me check out what Versus is. So here's Versus mode. Apparently we can select the game mode, point chase, deathmatch, all weapons, power buster, time limit, power-ups, number of lives, point limit, and player push. Oh, and apparently we can pick from 8 other stages that weren't present in the main game. We can pick from Napalm Man, Charge Man, Bubble Man, Guts Man, Metal Man, Nitro Man, Galaxy Man, and Air Man. Let's start with Napalm Man and see how the battle goes. Let's see how Roll vs Proto Man goes. I'll only be playing as one player because I don't have control over the other player. So we have a battle arena and we need to fight between each character and see who will last the longest. Let me see something. Oh yeah, they don't have controls at all. You basically have to deathmatch and survive as long as you can, defeating the player, and defeat him enough times using standard deathmatch rules, and reach the end, and you'll win. And apparently the screen resets as you kill each player, or kill a player. So instead of just respawning immediately, you just wait a little while. Spikes work as they do. Apparently Roll can only fire one pellet on screen at a time. However, even though the pellet is just like Mega Man's pellet, it does 3 damage just like a charge shot. So you could potentially do something like this. If you're in an enemy that doesn't have invulnerability frames like normal enemies, it can be quite dangerous for them and you can easily speedrun through them and just destroy them. It's not as good as the charge shot for large groups of enemies, and it doesn't have the greater vertical hitbox, but it's still useful, especially in the hands of a speedrunner. Maybe in certain boss fights too, because you don't need to charge it up. And as long as you're next to an enemy and you never miss, it's going to be one of the most powerful weapons in the game, that's for sure. Because it'll always deal 3 points of damage regardless of whatever boss you're in, or whatever boss you're facing. Oh yeah, and I forgot, you can also use special weapons too. Oh yeah, and using this we can perhaps see what how much damage each does. And iconic damage doesn't exist here. Interesting. Seems like all weapons seem to do a lot more damage than I expected them to be. At least it feels that way. Like over here, I thought the Star Crash would only deal 2 damage, apparently not. That's an odd glitch. I mean, even the Quick Boomerang never dealt that much damage in the original game, it was just 1. So yeah, all the weapon energy damage has been jacked up in this mode. Or maybe just Roll specialty. Oh, and apparently, if you win, you get taken to this screen for some reason, even though it looks like you lost. It doesn't really tell who won or lost. So let's take a look at some of the other stages quickly. Let's see how Base plays. And we have some nice remixes for each of the stages as well. Okay, we have the Base Buster. We can't double jump, we can't really... Well, we can dash, sort of, but we can't dash jump. It's more like sliding, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh, and you can only fire 4 shots at a time. That's kind of unfortunate. Boy, this stage looks quite large if you ask me. I do wish there was a remixed version or remade version of a Charge Man stage, as I felt it was kind of underappreciated in the original Mega Man 5, originally in Mega Man 5. I'm just checking to see if there's an invisible wall or something. Oh yeah, there is. So Bass is almost like Mega Man, except that he can have the Bass Buster and fire in 8 different directions. That's good to know. Bubble Man. I'll check out Dr. Light in the next one. Okay, a little bit more treacherous, but kind of faithful. Guts Man. Oh, and you have the Guts platforms which fall. Oh boy. And I just ran into that by mistake. All of these stages are faithful to the original ones, or at least they feel faithful in terms of aesthetic and music, with snazzy musical remixes, but they do provide a nice battleground for point chases or death matches. And this time I'll be showing off Dr. Light, or remembering to. Oh, I do love this remix, that's for sure. Okay, Dr. Light seems about the same as before, but... Oh, okay, and there are cars at the bottom too. Okay, so Dr. Light has a half-slow slide. So, yeah, it's kind of a weak one, so you gotta be a bit precise where you're at. And he can't charge either. And from the looks of it, he seems to take double damage from any source. So he's more of a challenge character compared to any other. Because Proto Man and Mega Man, well, Mega Man has the charge shot, Proto Man can get the Proto Shield, Roll has that Super Buster shot for high risk, high reward, and Bass has the Bass Buster. But it seems like Dr. Light is just a challenge character, like a joke character of sorts. And here's Galaxy Man. Oh, I've listened to this team so much when I was designing my Megamo 2 level. Oh, and we have the Starman gimmicks too. And last but not least, Airman. Yep, that seems accurate. And we have the hidden platforms here, or hidden holes over there, by being obscured by the clouds. Well, that's all the 8 deathmatch stages in Versus mode, as well as showing off all the 3 other characters. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show off cooperative mode because I've heard that there are several significant changes to certain stages, and I would have appreciated showing them off, but I don't have a second player. And unfortunately, co-op cannot be played online, it's local only. Well then, so in this part, I showed off Versus mode, and I completed the challenge stage, which was quite challenging, but personally it was only the 3rd hardest stage in the entire game. So in the next part, I'll be giving my concluding thoughts on Mega Man 2.5D as a whole. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!